Hello everyone, I'm Lazy Grouse, and Legends of the Dead and a big update was released a couple of days ago for CK3. So what better time to play another Princess of Darkness campaign than when a DLC about death and legends is released. And I don't know if everything in the DLC and update, like the plagues, are in the mod, but I guess we'll find out. I know a lot of the other stuff is in there from what I've seen, and there's been a lot of other changes since I last played a campaign on the channel because it's been a while now. And since death is a bit of a theme for this campaign, what better clan to play than the Cappadocians, considering they're the clan of necromancers. So, scholars of death and the soul, the Cappadocians are often focused on those while ignoring the larger affairs of the world. Blessed with a generally placid nature, they are much less concerned with rulership, political backstabbing and the other niceties of undead life. Until recently, Clan Cappadocian was only in a position of power in their namesake region outside some exceptions. This fact has changed with the introduction of the ambitious Venetian Giovanni family into the blood. The Italian necromancers has in very little time used their considerable mercantile influence to become important power players all around the Mediterranean. With the arrival of the Giovanni, Clan Cappadocian seem poised to suffer or benefit from important structural changes. Take care to be the one who benefits. So the Giovanni family will actually eventually end up killing most other Cappadocians in the lore, making the Giovanni family the de facto Clan Cappadocian. And Augustus Giovanni, the patriarch, even diablerized the Cappadocian Antediluvian, but that hasn't quite happened yet in this time frame. So right now he's just good old Papa Giovanni. I wonder if you get an opportunity to diablerize Cappadocius in his campaign, but I guess we won't be playing as him, so we won't find out. We're instead gonna be playing as Ambrogino Giovanni, the bastard. And we're gonna read his backstory, but it's much more comprehensive in the game, so let's just jump in to start the game. So we start in Dalmatia as, I'm pretty sure, a duke? Yeah, a Duke of Dalmatia, or I guess the Duke of Dalmatia. But let's start by reading our lore, because we don't really know anything about this guy, except that he's a bastard. Born a bastard to the Giovanni family, Ambrogino gained the notice of the family elders through his viciousness and sheer ambition. An accomplished necromancer even during his natural life, he experienced an intense vision of himself becoming god. This goal would become his driving force and further encourage his overwhelming ego. Well, if you think you're becoming god, I would have a bit of an ego too. When Clan Cappadocian began embracing members of the Giovanni family, he was one of the few chosen for the kiss. As such, he is one of the very few Giovanni Cainites whose blood descends from Cappadocius and not Augustus Giovanni. His interest in godhood led him to Cappadocius' research, but unlike the Antediluvian, Ambrogino does not believe that one could actually diablerize God. Yeah, that was, that was a lofty goal for Cappadocius, but he does believe that one can achieve godlike power. Apparently, Augustus has given him carte blanche to investigate arcane and contradictory paths of the kindred. I don't know what that means. I guess it's just free permission to do whatever we want. He therefore pays little heed to norms of the clan, in various ways insulting almost every powerful Giovanni with which he comes into contact with. Not that he cares. His self-interest and ambition leaves little reason to court allies. So, future in canon, Ambrogino's research will never truly end until he have betrayed every last Giovanni. An easy choice to make. Okay, so we are deceitful, ambitious, and cynical. Swell guy. We're an elusive shadow, scholar, aspects, fortitude. We got a full magic tree, I guess. Potence, which is very nice to have, and necromancy, which is gonna be... we're gonna have some fun with that, I think. And we're disloyal, and yeah, we're gonna be a little bit disloyal, you'll see. And we're a vampire, Giovanni, and 6th generation. Alright, so we are absolute dog shit at pretty much the first 3, so not much to do with that. But we're very sneaky and very smart. So that's nice at least. We're not completely incompetent. We're also pretty good at fighting. And we're part of Via Ossium, which I never remember what religion is what, because there's so many, but they're all very cool, but I just can't remember them all. But I guess this is just necromancy religion that the Giovanni follow. The followers of the Road of Bone value knowledge above all else. Through intense study of the unknown, the scholars keep their beast at bay. They will go to nearly any length to learn something new. but will not needlessly sacrifice themselves for a cause. After all, their own gathered knowledge is too important to let others handle. At the same time, scholars do not fear death. They are fascinated by it. Neat. But the weirdest thing about this whole DLC is that they moved these things from here. And that is gonna bother me to no end. I know it. But we have one legend we can do. And that is Cain the First. And it is very expensive to, well, start and to maintain. To get a couple of very medium bonuses. So, I guess if we ever have way too much money that we don't know what to do with, I guess this is something we can do, but I don't see us using that anytime soon. We are Italian, and we only have 3 traditions. You better get going on that, old man. Get us some traditions. But I guess he's the head of everything that is around here. And again, via Osmum, we want knowledge or sell it. We, well, again, sell it. And knowledge above all. So, just research and be zealous. And I don't think there's anything weird in particular in this religion. Diablerie is criminal, but that's normal. Thin bloods are shunned, but I don't think we're gonna get many thin bloods. And yeah, otherwise, pretty normal stuff. Guess conviction of self-control is, yeah, normal stuff. I guess you can pause and read these. I don't think there's anything that important in there. And right, we are in our own house as well. Since we're not technically a Giovanni, we are a bastard, so we just have us and I guess our daughter over here, who lives in Turin. And she is the great-great-granddaughter of Claudius Giovanni. And I guess, I don't think we're gonna read this, but if you wanna read it, you can just pause and read it, I suppose. But she's our heir, and I think we can probably ally her. Yeah. So, we're gonna ally her. She's not very powerful, but I mean, an ally is an ally. It's very useful. We got a couple of others, but they are just potential. So, no one in particular. I guess you are very close. Oh, you're our mother. All right. So I guess we could just increase her opinion of us to get another ally. And again, she's not super strong, but she's not terrible. She at least has her champions, so it's always useful. So I think we might start swaying her just right away. It's not very likely, but hey, it's worth. We're not using anything here anyway. So that is fine. We can create a coterie. But we're not going to do that right now. But we get to that later. We can go on a journey, and we get to that later. We will do some of that. We're not going to pay homage. We're not going to petition liege. We're not going to go on a grand tour. We can nominate our successor, but we'll do that later. And we're going to choose this once we've chosen how we hunt. And was there anything else here? We can create accolades, but I don't think we're going to do that right now. It is nice to do it, just to get some nice bonuses, but although I don't know if we're going to use the prestige for anything else. But we'll do that later if we're going to do it. We have one thing, and I mean, making some money. It's not great, but it's something. We have 8 out of 6 champions. So probably should... Oh, right, that's probably because of our very bad legitimacy. Because that is lowering our number of knights and giving us some nasty downsides. So we gotta get to 280. I don't know exactly how to get this. I know you can get it from holding court and fighting wars, but we can't hold court, so I guess we're gonna have to fight wars. Hopefully we'll get some nice legitimacy from that, and I'm sure you can get some from events or something like that, but yeah, I haven't read into this that much, so we'll figure it out as we go, I think. We also have some walkers, which is very nice. There is a couple of undead things we can get right away, like, well, we can mass embrace vampires. It just costs Wait, really? Is that? No, okay. I thought the upkeep was maybe prestige as well, but no. But that's fine. But we get some walkers, we get chambers and skeletons and hidden? Some kind of sneaky guys. But this, we'll do fine with this for now. Where are we? We are in the council. And very mediocre council. We got at least 3 at around 10. Would like to get this a much better, but we can start embracing people eventually and start getting some good stuff. But you need to swap, although you are a powerful vassal. And you are already our marshal. You're pretty good at everything. Like, not great, but pretty good at everything, which is kind of nice. And you're our chaplain. And I mean, you're kind of better. Do we have any better Oh yeah, you're way better. But you're our spy master. Do we have any better spy masters? We got you. Okay, so what I think we'll do, we'll swap you like that. We'll put our spy master in there. And we'll put our marshal as our spy master. Like that. I don't know if this is better. I mean, maybe. Do we have anyone better? We got one better. I mean, I think numbers-wise, we're a little bit higher than we were. But still, now we only have one slightly over 10 and one very good though. And we are gonna need as much piety as we can get. Because we have 2 sinful traits. So piety is not gonna be our thing. Especially since cynical is also gonna give us just more negative monthly piety. So yeah, I mean, 1.6 isn't terrible, but I really would like to be for that to be better since we still have a 19 learning. So our traits is kind of negating all of our learning. But I guess we'll make do. We have intrigue, we don't have anything there. We got the Sargon complex, which I don't think that's a lot of spread out things to conquer. I don't think we're gonna do that. Got the conspiracy, which we might do. Whatever this is. Maybe. But I do want to eventually take the Giovanni family because... Oh, lag. Because a plan that I have is, since Giovanni eventually goes and diablerizes Cappadocius, I kind of want to diablerize him and take over the family. Because I think that's a pretty fun goal to have in the Giovanni family. Just stage a coup and drink him. Drink the fucker. So I think we're gonna do that. I don't think there's anything in particular that we are gonna want to do here. We might start a power struggle eventually if we want to take it that way or something like that. We do have a Book of Nod that we can read. Which one do we have? We have Chronicles of Secret. So we could do that right now, but I just want to look through all the stuff first. We can change Predator style, but we're gonna have a pop-up for that very soon. We can go on Grand Tour and Pilgrimage, and this is new. Because we don't hunt by going through this anymore. We go on a journey, which makes much more sense. We don't just teleport up 5 people next to us and start doing stuff. So we're gonna do that right away. And I don't want to spend any resource right now, so we're just gonna find some peasants to eat. Can also learn new abilities here if we wanted to. But we're not gonna do that either, because we're going out hunting. And this is also where we create a coterie. Which, I mean, we're not gonna do that right now, but we're gonna have... You basically make yourself a posse of friends and subjects and stuff. And we could probably invite our daughter into that. She's not terrible. Actually, I would like to have her on our council, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Because she's doing her own thing over there. But I think we're gonna unpause let some stuff happen and start deciding our stuff. So we hunt humans, I think, and pretty sure we use knowledge for that. And I kind of like Bedlamite to get Dominate, because I just think Dominate is cool. Oh, and there's nothing to scroll, I guess. It looks like... Oh, we can scroll a little bit. I was trying to grab this, but I just kept hitting you. And speaking of hitting you, is it just me, or is he huge? Like, his portrait here is much bigger than normal, right? He is an absolute unit. But that is... we're gonna drink Mad People. And I think that is also... That's pretty fun. So we are gonna go with Bedlamite. We could go for like religious people or weird stuff, but I think I like Bedlamite. It's also gonna improve our intrigue, and we got a mad one joining our court, which I think is pretty fun. So you are terrible. And oh, it's perpetual hook in our herd. That's why it's yellow. I thought it showed... Oh, wait, it does show his... Wait, it did show his blood, because it's down here. Phlegmatic. Don't think we are gonna go phlegmatic, though. Get out of here. Oh, we are, actually. Yeah. Never mind. We're gonna go Dominate. I do like Auspex a lot, too, because then we can hunt for specific people. But I think this is fine. So let's go with Dominate. And the ashes of Constantinople are still hot, and yet vultures are already circling over its corpse. Michael's dream, a vampiric utopia never seen since Carthage, has fallen with its creator, and a number of warlords and remnants of the broken empire are trying to survive. So this is just what's happening over there. Constantinople and Byzantium is falling in the 4th Crusade, or whatever it is, and yeah, all things are going down. So we're just gonna skip through that, because we're also gonna have oh, well, we have a story so far, but we're also gonna have some family stuff popping up. So Lord Ambrogino, you are destined for greatness. Despite being a mere bastard of the Giovanni family, you have already achieved much and know more about your new vampiric condition than the rest of the family, Augustus included. Still, this is merely the beginning, and your head is spinning with the possibilities in front of you. You need more occult texts, more lost prophecies, more cryptic parchments. There is truth to be found somewhere, and this truth can be led to godhood. You're sure of it. The journey will be long, but the reward will be your wildest dream. No, your destiny come true. I will find the key. Oh, the Sargon complex is the like godhood thing, but I feel like it's just a lot. So we'll see if we'll do that. I don't think we're gonna go on a huge empire rampage thing. I mostly just want to take over Giovanni and do some necromancy stuff and have some fun. Although they have expanded their horizon greatly since their humble beginnings as mysterious Venetian necromancers, the Giovanni are still the first and foremost a family. Many would argue that this is still their greatest strength. Having the ability to rely on a powerful and well-connected family at all times is a luxury that others can only dream of. Since their introduction into the world of vampires, the Giovanni still keep a close eye on the mortal relatives, carefully grooming them to greatness before offering the embrace to those truly worthy. A few Giovanni dismisses this practice, however, and exclusively pick prospective children from outside the family and leave their mortal relatives to their fate. As an esteemed Giovanni yourself, it's time for you to make known your stance on this tradition. So, I already have my eyes on a few prospects. You will be presented with several choices that would outline your preferred type of Giovanni child. Once one appropriate candidate is found, you will be informed about it. You can also have a respectable tradition, but no need for the moment, or leave the family alone. I think we're gonna keep doing the Giovanni thing, see if they offer us some good people. Otherwise, we can just herdify them or drink them or At least, maybe. Maybe we just get an option to start turning them, otherwise they're taken away from us. We're gonna find out, because I do want to do the Giovanni thing, since we are a Giovanni. Although very patriarchal, since their early days as a Roman merchant family, the Giovanni have quickly learned one truth of vampirism. Women are easily the equal of men. This sudden shift of mentality has been a boon for the daughters of the family, who finds themselves valued as much as their brothers for the potential they could bring to the Giovanni. Some have taken it as far as to prioritize them over their male counterparts, seeing as many are quite eager to show that this newfound appreciation is indeed warranted. Others are having a little more difficulty moving on from their antiquated mortal mindset and will naturally gravitate towards the young Giovanni men instead. In the end, there is no wrong choice here. So I guess it doesn't matter. And I guess we already have a daughter. And I don't think it matters whether we have male or female like progeny. Since I think in our religion, anyone can have land. Isn't that somewhere around here? Is that usually where it is? Okay, either way, I'm pretty sure ladies can hold land since our daughter does, so yeah. Let's go with daughter. Just because we already have one, just stick with the theme. And I hope we can still do just legendary people that walks by and just get some good people. Like, Fibonacci usually hang around here, so let's see if they show up. Their Roman heritage has left the Giovanni quite proud of their good genes, seeing themselves first as the only non-barbarian tainted denizen in the peninsula after Rome's fall, then as the perfect mix of classical Roman perfection and modern Italian beauty. They have continuously valued and used what nature has given them. Still, despite their bold claims, there is no real proof that the Familia is more or less blessed in the looks department than others. As such, scion of the family that actually displays such vaunted figures are especially sought after to serve as immortal exemplars of the Giovanni way. Yeah, just look at Let's look at Papa Giovanni. Isn't he a beautiful little bowling ball there? So, only reborn, Apollo will do. I mean, I don't think we care about beauty. We look like a weird middle-aged, like hard rock guy or something. I guess we're not bad looking, but yeah. I think some graceful curves never hurt. I don't think we're gonna put that much weight on it. Familiar intellect. This, however, is important. Because, well, we're in the pursuit of knowledge, and we're all about necromancy and learning things, so obviously we're gonna need smart people. More than brave and beauty, the Giovanni value intellect more than anything else. As merchants and secret necromancers in Italy for centuries now, they have quickly understood that their members too slow to learn when not to talk about the family to strangers can be a really threatening liability. As such, if you do not display at least a modicum of cleverness, you will quickly be relegated to family muscle or worse, to the frontiers. This is one of the most well-known hidden prerequisites among the mortal familia, and the ambitious ones quickly try to outdo each other by great feats of skillful commerce or shrewd diplomacy in distant lands to catch the eyes of their immortal patrons. I want the best of the best. I mean, we could be a little bit lenient and just get more candidates that might not be as strong, but I want the smartest and the brightest. The Familia has always needed muscle in its history, be it to protect its hard-earned assets or seize some rivals. The conflict with the Rossellini family highlighted this critical need quite early in the Giovanni's existence, and it has been perpetuated ever since. Several ambitious elders have made proposals about creating a subfamily. of sorts that would concern itself only with the physical matters, thus making sure proper Giovanni scions could keep on working on more elevated pursuits, but so far it has not shown results. I feel like that's a dangerous thing to do, like make a family that is below you, but also stronger than you. I feel like that's bound to be overthrown eventually. But as such, a powerful and well-built son and daughters of the family are esteemed and sought after by those looking for some needed punch to add to their capabilities portfolio. I mean, strong and enduring would be nice. Not gonna ask for Hercules, but a strong one would be very nice. The search begins. You have made your request known to the Familia, and the only thing left to do is to wait. Mortals live and die amusingly quickly, as you are aware, but even they still need several decades before beginning to become useful. If you ask for someone very specific, it might take a long time before Giovanni produces such an individual. Yeah, so we might have had pretty high standards, but I think we went pretty medium. Like, low on beauty, high on intellect, and medium on strength. I think that's gonna even out to not that long. Hopefully. Because I would like to have some kids eventually. But there we go, finally through the main things. And honestly, you're not a bad heir. Because these other ones are terrible. I guess you're not terrible, but I think I like you. You're gonna be our heir, because I can't choose our daughter. At least until we find someone to sire. We're very pale on this picture too. This picture just bugs me. But yeah, let's just let some time pass. Oh, we have a friend. And you are pretty good. Where do you live? Oh, all the way over there. Okay, never mind. Who do we have as... Okay, we have our daughter as friends. We have our rival. Oh, Giovanni. Is he the Cretan? Yeah, he's the Crete guy. I wouldn't mind killing him. Do we... How would that look? Murder. Not very likely. Doesn't take long. I guess... I don't think we're gonna do it right now, but how hard... Oh, shit! I guess being the spy master is helping with that. So yeah, I guess when we're ready, it's a pretty good chance that we can diablerize him. So, let's just unpause. I think we're probably gonna go and do some early warring right away, but I just want a little bit of time to pass so we can go and do our hunt and maybe sway our mom a little bit more. Still only at 4, but I would like that alliance. I'm still smiling at a joke my Chancellor Isnardo made at this morning's council session. When Count Giuseppe Giovanni catches my arm, Liege, I've been meaning to talk to you. I know you feel much affection for him, but really, a place on the council? I mean, oh yeah, he's shit. We need better people. I'm not gonna get rid of him. What is that gonna do? Oh, okay, only -10. You like me plenty. I am gonna give you some... No, I'm not gonna give you some land. We're gonna find better people. I do like your horns, though. Very nice vicissitude. But I'm not gonna get rid of him. He is a powerful vassal. Let's try to keep them nice and happy. And I don't think we can take Latino. But we can probably take that. Or definitely that. Yeah. We can probably go and fight Ancona a little bit. My Chancellor is Nardo and I are ambling through the gardens, laughing raucously at a rhyme he overheard a servant tell when Count Giuseppe Giovanni crosses our path. What is with these? They're not rivals or anything. Why are... Or are they? No. So, I don't know what's up with them. He looks at us sternly. My lord, there is something I wish to discuss, if you have a moment. I guess we can tell him to join us. Get a little bit of opinion on both of them, or just toilet humor. Or we just dismiss him. I mean, still, just -10, and he's not a powerful vassal, so it doesn't really matter. So, yeah, what is it? No, we don't even get a follow-up. Oh, do we only get to pick one? Oh yeah, this is very different. So, none of you are... Well, we got... Let's pin you, and let's hunt you. And sanguine is not what we need, but he is intense. That's nice. Do we have any sanguine traits that we want? No, we can't do presence. We already have that. Oh, okay, yeah. In that case, just drink up. As I take some time on the couch to think about how to reward my Chancellor Isnardo, great work recently, the door... Oh, we say great work recently, the door latch suddenly clicks to reveal Baroness Lucretia. Forgive me for speaking so freely, my lord, but this business with Isnardo is getting out of hand. The fool is no good at being a chancellor. Each day he is in charge, things slip further into ruin. I know, but we don't have any good people. Leave me alone. Can't you see I'm busy? I mean, I know my councils suck, but I mean, you do too. You are not blameless in this. But we did... Oh, yeah. They die once we choose someone. Alright. I guess start herdifying you then. Because we can't do what we used to do when we just found a bunch of them, pinned them, and went and herdified them. So, yeah, I guess they didn't like us doing that. So that's fine. You want an alliance all the way over there. I mean, if you can get here, I don't see us getting that many alliances that taking one is a problem. So I think we'll do that. And in a defensive war, you might get here eventually. So do we want to create an accolade? You're decent. What would you be able to have? Disciplined is fine, I guess. That's not very good. Can we switch you for thug? I mean, I like tyranny. I think we're gonna wait until we have someone better. Yeah. Let's just ignore that. And let's go toward war with Ancona here. And which one? Oh, we don't have enough piety for that. Alright, let's just get some piety. Daughters of Lilith. The mysterious Lamian bloodline is tied to Clan Cappadocian on their own accord. The Daughters of Lilith are difficult to understand, but they have always provided reliable and steadfast in upholding the end of the bargain they made a long time ago with Cappadocius, serving as bodyguards to eminent Cappadocians. The time has come for you to request one such companion. The usual procedure would simply be for you to ask Lamian Priestess, which would result in one of their younger member being assigned to you. A more involved course of action would be to insist on having some input on the process, which might annoy the Lamian, but would also give you more control on who would be this potential lifelong companion. I mean, if we're gonna have a lifelong, and when life, in this case, is eternity, I would like it to be someone that we have some choice in the matter. So I want to learn more of the Daughters of Lilith before choosing. Despite their close association with Clan Cappadocian, the Lamian aren't exactly fond of you snooping around their temple and cult practices. Still, they have begrudgingly accepted to teach you about the three faces of Lilith: the maid, the mother, and the crone. Each of those represent a different part of the woman's life and is celebrated accordingly. Your guide refuses to tell you more, and the Lamia urges you to quickly choose a companion, then leave them to their rituals. For what you have gathered, priests of the maid are likely to be young and beautiful, skilled at diplomacy. Priests of the mother are matronly administrators, handling the day-to-day of the cults. And finally, the priestess of the crone are old witches, guardians of Lilith's sacred rituals. And I think, I mean, we do definitely need Chancellor or Steward or something. And that kind of sounds like that would be the maid. So I guess let's go with the maid. And I mean, that's pretty good. You're a very good fighter. Yeah. I like you a lot, actually. That is excellent. You choose a priestess of the maid to accompany you. A beautiful, often bordering on seductive creature, she seems content enough to be stuck with you for the foreseeable future. She is easy to talk to, but quickly made sure every conversation ends up with her praising the great pleasures that can be had if one was to completely give themselves to Lilith. She is simple, unaltered freedom and beauty. The innocence of young maiden channeled through her every move. To be young again, at least in spirit, is always a tempting prospect. There you go. So, she becomes my best friend. Or we can... Right, we can join the Lamian thing. But I think we're gonna stick with our religion, and we are gonna accept you as our best friend. Excellent. So, I think that's a good time to create a coterie. So, we're gonna create a coterie, and we get to name it. We can rename it whenever we want to, so I guess please give me some suggestion in the comments, and if someone brings a good suggestion, I'll just change it to that. But for now, we're just gonna call it only Fangs. No, Fangs. There we go. And we are going to invite you to our coterie. Invite you to my OnlyFangs. Can I invite you to my OnlyFangs too? No, because you need to be part of my realm. Alright. I guess we should check our realm and see if anyone likes us enough. No, no one likes me. Yeah. Because I think they have to have above 50 to join. So, well, at least we have a person in our coterie. And we can switch you out for you. Although, you are pretty bad at stewardship, so we're not gonna give you anything else. Not bad at chaplain, but yeah, I don't think we're gonna switch you out. So, let's put her in there. Excellent. Now we have an actual functional chancellor, which is very helpful. It's gonna help us a little bit with our prestige. And speaking of prestige, since it's apparently incredibly expensive to start holy wars, although this is giving us 1 extra piety per month. Is it worth trying to get a claim? That's gonna cost us a bit of money, but we could get the entire duchy, which I would like. Because he is pretty good. I don't think we can afford that though, so I think we're just gonna keep... Oh, what is this? Oh, there is a plague! Oh, we do have plagues! Look at that! Yeah, we're just gonna let time pass because it's just gonna be like 10, 15 months-ish before we get to 100, and then we're gonna spend all of it to start a war. But I walk through the county of Zara, seems pleasant enough at first, but closer inspection reveals something deeply unpleasant. A plague has arrived in this once thriving metropolis. The skin of the infected is deep red and covered in lumps and bumps. Countless fresh scars cover the skin from endless itching, and those hopeless eyes are bloodshot and red. While numbers remain low, more and more of the population are beginning to demonstrate these symptoms. Already people are calling this affliction Ferrarian pox. With this foulness happening on my own doorstep, preparation must be made if I wish to avoid the same fate as these wretches. Ah, shit, we lost legitimacy? Crap. Well, that's no good. We are... Okay, all countries between 10 and 15 development risk plagues. I don't think our counties are that high. We got 10, 11, 11. Okay, so I guess all of our stuff is that. But I don't think we can afford a court physician right now, so someone should do something. Isnardo's ultimatum. My courtier Isnardo has requested a private audience, an unusual formality that can only spell bad things. Ambrogino Giovanni, Duke, I cannot stand it any longer. You exclude me, give in to your duty when you know I was a perfectly good... Oh. How dare you! You were a shit courtier and you know it. You threatened treason? Okay, I guess I should finish reading this. If this is how I will be treated, I will have to look to new prospects. I hear Count Crepius of Nicopolis knows how to reward loyal subjects. So, do we care about having you around? You might still be a champion. We only have 6, which is kind of terrible. No, but you do not crack the top 6 there. So, do we care about you hanging around? I like your horns. So, there's that. I mean, come on. It is more complex than that. Idiot. But at least we'll keep him around for now. And I should really pause and end this episode here, but we're gonna finish this text and then we're gonna stay paused. I'm wandering down a bustling alley with my friend Ausonia when she suddenly disappears. I turn to see her deep in discussion with a merchant whose wares appears to consist mostly of curious little trinkets. Ausonia, her transaction completed, ambles back to me, thumbling her new purchase distractedly. This religious icon, not of your Ossian faith, my best friend, but of mine, she explains. A smile crosses her face as she catches a glimpse of my own symbol, suspended from a chain around my neck. I've always appreciated how you treat me so well despite our theological differences. And I just realized, maybe we should have switched. Because I think... No, we're still cynical. But at least we would only have one sinful thing. Sinful trait if we switched. But ooh, we can learn something from Ausonia, which is very likely it's going to give us our piety that we need, and we're going to get some opinion. Come on, 92%. Don't fail me now. Yes, excellent. So, the plague. We do have a little bit of plague here. I don't really know how this works, because I haven't really played with it. And... I mean, I don't know what I can do except get a court physician. I guess it's not that expensive. So if we do have... Okay, we don't have any good ones, so there's not going to be much help. So I guess that's not going to be very helpful. We could look for one. Like, go find a physician. Which wouldn't be... necessarily a bad thing, I think. But I'm gonna end this episode here. We're gonna start a war next episode, and we might try to find a physician to help with this plague that we're having, because it might turn out to be a problem. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this first episode, and if you did, consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.